then it makes the copy. So I guess I can just do mob. Oh wait, didn't I might have set mobject.id when I deep copied in scene. So how are you passing the Python code? Use WebGL render. Oh, the Python code is currently, it's just written in a random JavaScript file somewhere. Here, this is the code. Just because I didn't want to like put it in this component and read it from that component. Yeah, just for testing. So I just put it in a string. Okay, so in the scene, I might have already set the mobject attribute on the mobjects. Nope, I actually don't think I did. It would, if I did, it would be in, wait, is this in mobject.py or something? Oh, I am. Class equals this class. Create a new instance of a class. Update the memo. Wait, what is this doing? Updating the memo with its own ID. Updating the result with the attributes of the original. And then saving to self.original ID. So I'm going to want to basically copy this into the OpenGL object. Am I just here? Assuming it has copy. Yeah, it already does. So then it should have original ID set, and I can use that once I move this over. Okay, so that's good. What I'd like to do when I finally get this working is actually teach lessons where for the visuals I use basically this, an interactive version of this. And then I could do that on Twitch. And I could upload it to YouTube. Okay, so I don't totally get why the IDs change. This ID is changing in between animations, but I don't think it matters. Maybe it matters. No, not that much. But anyway, I can use original ID here. That'll be fine. The root object offset. I forgot how this was even set. I guess it doesn't matter unless I'm tweening the object. Are those hashes of self.play calls? Those are the IDs of the object. And the reason I store that is so that I won't have to create a new object. This is a JavaScript object. And I wanted to create one of these each time I'm re-rendering the same object. Eventually I'll just reuse the same one and update it, which is a little faster. It's not ideal because what I want to do, what would be really, really nice to do, is here, just read in the object's points like I do here, and then just how is it? Is it like shader? I forgot how to do it. There's a way to just render directly with a shader, to render directly to the canvas. Anyway, I can't find it. Oh. Like this. Maybe that example doesn't tell you that much, but basically everything here is drawn directly with information from a shader, and it's possible to do the same thing. To do the same thing by just reading this point data and putting it through a shader. However, and I might have said this before, but the shaders that are used in the upstream version of Manim use geometry shaders, which aren't compatible with WebGL. So life's hard. Okay, I should probably fix the rest of this rendering logic, because right now it's just clearing out the entire scene, which doesn't make much sense. How will I know which things to remove? Okay, so when I switch scenes, I remove everything. Oh, this is gonna get kind of complicated. Yes, it will. Find the keyframe corresponding to the current time. That's fine. And then I get the keyframe here. I update it. I don't want to remove everything unless starting new animation. What I'm probably going to want to do, previous scene not equal to requested scene. What I'm probably going to want to, wait, what's starting new animation? This is basically when I switch to a new animation, I set this to true. I set the index +1, the offset to 0. Then I read the next index. So the logic's going to be something like if starting new animation, it's going to be remove everything from the scene and then add everything back to the scene. Because in between when you end an animation to starting a new animation, you could have run some Python code that moves objects. And then else, I just update objects from the keyframe. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. And I think that's consistent with this. Yeah, just eventually I'll only remove and add the changed objects. And then either way, oh, this is only if it's changed. If it's changed, then I add everything from the requested scene. If it's not changed, then I only send the update data. Man, this was a complicated program. Boy, do I not want to rewrite all of it, but that's life. Okay, you remove everything from the scene easily enough. Add everything back to the scene. That means or let, that's going to have to be for I equals 0, I less than the keyframe, which is a scene dot objects. And then I'm going to iterate through the objects. Let me just try to get the object here. The Python object. And that object dot get that I. I'll just try to log that. It should be fine to just leave this. At least if I wasn't logging a bunch of stuff. Okay, let me see what that does. I is not defined, 234. Oh well. Here, okay, let I. Wait, did that do something weird? I did something very weird. Oh, it's because I keep removing them all. Wait, what did this do? I broke something. Oh wait, I think it's because I'm... Hold on. Now I'm panicking. I copy this. Undo everything. Okay, this was where it was. I should probably... I haven't committed this code yet. So maybe I should do that. Yeah, all of this is... I think I just want to add all this stuff. What'd I do? That was weird. Oh, the pyodide directory is going to be sort of large. Maybe I don't want to commit that. Okay, I'm gonna undo that. Okay. I don't even know what's in the scripts directory. The server, and I don't actually need that, I think. Yeah, I don't need that. I will need the object class. I'm not sure what logo.svg is. I'll basically have to add everything in source. Yeah. Don't know what plugins is. I do need that. Yeah, and the config. Probably the view logo. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think too. Rendering. Let's say a full rendering pipeline. Great. Now I can mess this up, and if it's really, really bad, I can revert it. One day this will be set up like the old Euler Tor site, where It'll have like the Manim logo on the top and stuff. And then you'll be able to browse through other animations. It'll be great. All in time. Okay. So what was I doing? This logic. I think the only thing preventing it from working, I think that this code will work. And it does, because it's removing everything, then adding everything. So now, the Manim dream, yeah. One day. Really, this whole thing? It should be a function like mobject from Python mobject or something like that. Or mesh from Python mobject. And let me actually do that. Whoops. What I do? Something already has a utils open. Yeah, let me just zoom this. Extract object, proto, extract points. Style from Python object. Let me see. Object from Python object. Sort of a strange name. Then this will basically be this. Except I might have to import the object or something. What is the error here? ID, that, root object offset, that, style, that. Also the... Why did the music stop? There we go. Why is this not telling me the error? I'm just gonna try to run this. Object is not defined and utils is not defined. That makes sense, actually. As for object from components. Is it just object? You can't return new, maybe? I think you can. You can never get the volume where I want it. Well, I guess that didn't crash. Which is good. The root object offset. How would I even compute that? So what this is, by the way, is a vector. And it's a vector that has the offset from a object's parent, or like its highest parent, to the object. Actually, I think OpenGL objects have a parent pointers. Yeah, they have a parents array. And when you add a sub-object to another object, you add the object to its parents array. Which doesn't totally make sense. I guess it kind of makes sense. And as long as it's there, I guess I could use that. But I'm going to leave that there. Where was the code I was working with? Here, this is going to be mobject from Python mobject. That's going to be a lot cleaner. Nope, I messed something up. What'd I do? Oh, this stop points from Python object. Got to be utils. Export that. Oh, export function. I'm gonna move the utils there. Okay, cool. I can probably remove add square too, but I'll keep it for a little while. Corresponding keyframe to the current time. It did that. Update to time. Okay, I think I can start with the rest of this logic now. So comment out this old logic. And now, if starting a new animation, remove everything from the scene, then to add things back to the scene, I'm going to iterate through the objects in the keyframe. Then the Python object is going to be this function. Oh wait, yeah. Then object. Python object equals that. Then I'll get this object from it, and then I'll add it. That's only when it's starting a new animation. So this will not work. Or it'll do that. Cool. Otherwise I'm gonna update them objects. And updating them objects requires mapping the objects to their JavaScript objects on each frame. They already did this before. The Manim renderer. Yeah, I kept track of them in a object dict. Okay, and so when I removed them, I removed them. Then when I added them, I took out the ID. I checked if the ID was already in the dictionary. And if it is, then I update it. If it's not, then I add it to the dictionary. So I guess I'll do that same thing. Object ID, that's going to be Python object, original ID. Then basically this. As the object ID. Wait, no, here I'm just adding them. Remove, add, and then update. Yeah, I think anytime they're added, I do this. Which seems kind of weird, I think. I guess it's not that weird. I removed everything from the scene. Okay, so I removed everything from the scene, but it might still be in the object dictionary. So that's why I have to do this thing. So if it's already in the dictionary, then just get it from the object dictionary and update it. Which I don't have a way to update it right now. And if it's not in the object dictionary, then create it. Object ID, this dot, and I had, okay, so even back here, I create mesh from object proto. And now it's going to be this. Object from Python object. Okay. So if the ID is already there, then update it. If not, just create it here. Then what I'm going to add is the entry from the object dict. So it's very similar to what's over here. I don't know if this will ever happen. If the object dict, well, I guess that could happen. But I think even the same object in between two different animations will have different IDs. And so it wouldn't get updated. In any case, okay, this is only when starting new animation. Otherwise, I have to update it. Okay, so this will run, hopefully, but it won't animate. Great, so it does the same thing. Otherwise, I have to update them objects. And to update them, I think I basically just remove them and add them again. Let me see. Oh, before I distinguish between flickered objects and tweened objects. Right now I'm not doing tweening, so let me just look at the flickered. Remove objects. Update the last frame flickered. Then add objects being flickered. Man, this was complicated. So basically this is saying I was storing which objects were updated on the last frame. And then those are the ones that I'm updating. I think. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, yeah. I'm removing it here, then I'm adding them again here. So what's the way to do it in this case? I think as long as I'm not dealing with tweening, all I have to do is remove all the objects in the keyframe. Not from the keyframe, from the keyframes. Oh. Animation. And then add them objects from the keyframes. Animation. Because only the